he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. I think he's probably going to get
think he's
hit up.
saying though?
I don't know. I don't even think it matters. I mean, it's a lot of it is.
But then it's just another Epstein.
There's
It's another
murder
Ghislaine Maxwell, where
there's
somebody
murder
gets indicted
cases.
and nobody else indicted for to
Right.
no
to,
one.
to no one. Right.
Katt Williams and Joe Rogan just went all the way in on those leaked Diddy prison videos, and what they had to say got everybody looking at the situation a whole different way. Word is those clips show a whole lot more than an ordinary day behind bars, and neither of them held back when talking about what they were seeing. Everybody already knows Joe and Katt aren't the type to stay quiet when a major Hollywood story starts making noise. People have watched them speak on topics that plenty of others avoid, and now they're focused on Diddy after he ended up at FCI Fort Dix following the federal case tied to arranged companionship transportation allegations. But that didn't slow the rumors down at all. If anything, they only got louder. The first videos that sparked all this conversation showed what daily life inside those prison walls looked like. It's the same facility where other high-profile inmates have spent time dealing with overcrowded housing, non-stop noise, strict routines, and lights that never seem to stay off for long. Diddy was placed in an open dorm-style housing unit with around 20 other inmates. There were no private cells, only thin mattresses, basic bedding, shared bathrooms separated by light curtains, constant head counts, early wake-up calls, and officers watching nearly every move. Even with those conditions, people inside were still trying to find ways to gain advantages. Word around the facility was that Diddy was trading favors with other inmates to extend his 15-minute phone calls, setting up three-way conversations, and staying connected beyond the standard approved contact list. But even that wasn't the biggest part of the story. The videos showed the atmosphere stayed tense from the very beginning. Before arriving there, Diddy had been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where the heavy walls echoed with every sound, and the pressure never seemed to disappear. According to the story, he woke up with a knife at his throat and was attacked before being transferred to another facility. That moment immediately set the tone. People who had spent time inside said nearly everyone carried some kind of homemade blade for protection. Nobody around the street seemed surprised when footage connected to those early moments started making the rounds.
What was your daily life like in the Fed prison? Because Feds is different from state.
Pretty much different. Constant lockdown, constant stabbing. They are like very, very, very high and strict on respect. They go to PC, a lot of them, because they know if you go out there, they're gonna kill you. Everybody have a knife. When you first get there, when I first got to the USP, the first thing they hint me when I came out there, he said, "Hey, what's up, Trey?" He like, "Man, look, come on in my room, bro." I said, "What's up, man? Keep this knife on you. Everybody got one." He said, "Boy, this is your driver's license right here. Keep this knife on you."
Is that considered a shank?
No, a knife,
A real knife?
real knife.
Where y'all get real knives from?
The police officer bring him in.
They moved him over to Fort Dix, hoping a lower security facility would cool things down. But the pressure didn't disappear for a second. The testing kept coming, with other inmates watching every move and sizing him up, thinking his celebrity image meant he would fold under pressure. But Joe pushed back on that idea. He said Diddy had a reputation for standing his ground even when security was nearby on the outside, and that same attitude showed up once he was behind those prison walls. Then another leaked clip that both Joe and Katt reacted to started making waves. According to the story, Diddy got into a physical confrontation with another inmate, and after things escalated, the facility placed him in solitary housing. The reports spread fast. Around 4 o'clock that afternoon, word was he had been moved into isolation for at least 30 days. Even his team didn't challenge that part of the story. People inside were saying the situation may have started after another inmate kept provoking him, bringing up old history, personal information, and fresh rumors until everything finally boiled over. Inside a place where gossip spreads at lightning speed, it doesn't take much for a tense moment to explode. No matter how it started, solitary was where he ended up, adding another heavy layer of isolation to an already intense situation. Joe and Katt both pointed to that chain of events and said the pressure around him never seemed to let up, while Rogan warned that if things kept heading in that direction, the road ahead could become even more dangerous.
Well, I got a phone call yesterday that Diddy was placed in solitary confinement because he beat up a man. I was told, literally, the phone call was, hey, Diddy choked the man out. He was placed in solitary confinement yesterday, July 23rd, around 4 o'clock p.m. And he'll be there for at least 30 days is what I was told. I reached out to Diddy's team. At the time, they knew why I was calling, but they still trying to figure it out. They said that they don't know either way, but they didn't dispute my phone call.
What happened, though?
So all that I know and all that was mentioned to me, I don't know every detail. Literally, though, I said why. They said, sometimes people think that they can play with him, and I don't know if it's because of all of the reporting around the case or if it's because he's a big celebrity and, they think that he's used to being, protected. But I was told people think that they can play with him, and we've told people don't think that. And
I told people 1,000,001 times.
Yesterday,
Diddy
he
is
had to
not
demonstrate.
a sucker.
Allegedly.
I mean, we laugh at Diddy and all that, but Diddy's not a sucker. I've seen Diddy grab people, yoke people up in clubs, with security there. Diddy's no sucker. Diddy's he's with all the ish.
Diddy's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. I think he's probably going to get.
Think he's
hit up.
saying though?
I don't know. I don't even think it matters. I mean, it's a lot of it is.
But then it's just another Epstein.
There's
It's
murder
another Ghislaine
cases.
Maxwell, where
there's
somebody
murder
gets indicted and
cases.
nobody else indicted for to
Right.
no one.
To no one. Right.
Then more clips started spreading, showing Diddy looking noticeably thinner, and people couldn't stop talking about it. Some believed the harsh prison conditions were wearing him down, while others pushed much darker rumors, claiming he had contracted an STD during his time behind bars. Before long, the gossip had taken over the entire unit, with every inmate adding a different version of the story. Word around the dorm was that Diddy had been secretly involved with men who kept their relationships hidden from others, and those rumors spread through the prison at lightning speed. Some inmates even argued over who stayed close to him, while others watched everything from a distance. Whether any of it was true or not, the non-stop whispers and prison politics made an already tense environment feel even more unpredictable.
According to you, the inmates are fighting over making his bed.
Yep, well, really, according to Lisa Evers, I want to give her credit.
For years, Diddy was known for hosting high-profile parties that drew major attention across the entertainment world. As public interest in the case grew, many people online started revisiting old interviews, photos, and stories connected to those events, keeping the conversation alive. When federal authorities carried out searches related to the investigation, they reported seizing nearly 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant, a detail that quickly became one of the most talked about parts of the case. Names like the Kardashians and Lady Gaga also resurfaced in online discussions because of their connections to celebrity events during that era, adding even more public attention to the story.
Fun. Well, I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff. You do. But we've been known to party with you a few times. Yes. What are I don't know, you were just at Puff's birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
You forgot about that?
No, that was an epic night too. Every night.
Why was it so epic?
That night was fun because all the girls ditched me. So I was me and the boys. It was me.
They're a good group of boys to be around.
Kanye, Corey, T.
What's going on? It's official. We're here. Dirty Money album release party. Last train to Paris. It's crazy. I decided to switch scenes. It got too hectic down there. I'm up here in the hot tub doing it official. You know what I'm saying? My Trey's up here. Fabs up here, when you have a scene like this, you gotta bring bosses with you. As you see, it's female friendly. We got a ladies and female. She's butt ball. That's what I call it, raw dog. I'm not jumping the tub myself. Once everybody gets out, just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing. Doing what I do best. Oh! Did the camera catch that? Got the camera.
Said to me, "Take your clothes off." And I said no. And I left. And they told me they were gonna burn all my music. And they didn't stop. They didn't stop asking me, and then I just froze and I don't even remember.
Joe and Katt also focused on the intense conditions shown in the prison footage, saying the combination of isolation, constant pressure, and public attention could take a heavy emotional toll on anyone. They pointed to those scenes as one of the biggest talking points surrounding the case, with online discussions growing louder after each new clip appeared. Then another moment grabbed everyone's attention. Reports that Clive Davis had passed away led many people online to revisit his long history in the music business and his early professional connection with Diddy. According to the discussion surrounding the videos, the news appeared to have a significant emotional impact, with footage showing Diddy becoming visibly emotional after hearing it. At the same time, public attention shifted to how others in the entertainment industry responded. Fans pointed out that several well-known figures, including Meek Mill and Will Smith, had publicly distanced themselves from the controversy and emphasized they were not involved. With fewer public supporters speaking out, many viewers felt the situation appeared even more isolating. Joe and Katt reacted by saying the combination of prison life, ongoing legal challenges, intense public scrutiny, and shrinking outside support created enormous pressure. They said the emotional moments shown in the footage reflected someone facing one of the most difficult periods of his life.
Yo, Sal, what's up?
Yeah, y'all already know how we playing out this real life.
Real life.
No Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that shit, Meek. Yeah, Meek.
But as you know, as I'm glued to the TV, and you know, I'm trying to figure out like just what's even going on, like how is this happening? And sometimes it's like, you know, I gotta turn the TV off because it's like it's so overwhelming.
I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them meetings. Stop all of that bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own shit. Don't be putting me in other people's bullshit. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't did none of that stupid shit. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie.
Clips from before Diddy's legal case, saying they had people revisiting old interviews and public appearances. One name that kept coming up in online discussions was Ellen, as viewers compared past clips and debated connections between different celebrity circles. The conversation also brought renewed attention to Aaron Carter and Justin Bieber, with many people looking back at their public comments and experiences in the entertainment industry. Those older interviews sparked fresh online debate, with fans continuing to discuss the pressures that young performers can face as they build their careers.
Women who talk in bed. Really?
This is not how you play the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a turn on. Somebody talking talk to you.
No, it's just talking.
No,
talking dirty.
No, talk.
Talking talk is in the category talking dirty.
Is it a
let me explain something to you. There's no rules in talking dirty. There's no rules in talking dirty. I don't want to be with a baby. It's not my thing. I want her to talk. I'm very clear. Thank you.
Amen.
I go on my Twitter and I see people saying, you look like you have AIDS, you should go die. I don't understand how I dedicated 22 years of my life to my fans, and now they turn on me.
Do you regret ever getting involved in...
I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old, because when I did MTV Cribs, the day that I had to go show off that house, my mom and my dad told me, we're getting a divorce, but you still have to go do this. I had to go show off all the stuff my whole life that was going to be taken away from me.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me,
The emotional damage, the broken trust, and the public meltdowns had people looking back at those early moments in a completely different way. Some believed Diddy was finally facing the same kind of pressure that had surrounded so many others over the years, and the conversation only kept getting louder. Meanwhile, Katt stayed vocal about corruption and the darker side of the entertainment business. He said he had turned down huge offers more than once because his integrity mattered more than money, adding that Diddy had tried to bring him into those circles, but he refused and walked away.
Let that change the content, because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. If you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem, but we don't. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
Joe and Katt watched the full set of leaked prison videos alongside the older clips that kept resurfacing, and they both came away with the same takeaway. Diddy looked like a man facing pressure from every direction, with every new development making life behind bars even more intense. From dangerous confrontations and time spent in solitary to non-stop rumors and the loss of one of his biggest supporters, the weight just kept building. The video showed someone who once walked into every room with confidence but now lived under constant watch, surrounded by uncertainty and fresh challenges every single day. The internet had plenty to say. One viewer wrote, "Thank you, Katt Williams, for speaking up when others stayed quiet." Another commented, "This is exactly why people respect Katt. He isn't afraid to say what he thinks." Those reactions only added more fuel to an already heated conversation. Now it's your turn. What do you think really happened to Diddy? Do you think he can make it through everything he's facing, or has the pressure become too much? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and comment with your opinion. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.